Hi guys, welcome back to CW here. We're on Roblox Islands today just for a quick video on how to do your copper presses for making the copper plate and the copper rods to make your steel press. Now, as I showed you, I actually built it on my alt account, and I did actually have a few steel factories here which I've taken off at the moment because I'm actually going to be doing a new steel build factory on my other alt account just so I don't hit the despawn rate. But you can see here I've actually got two steel presses, and I've actually got two copper presses. It's the steel ones I'm going to show in my next video. I've got my two copper veins. I was lucky enough for my second island to spawn quite near my original one. Now, as you can see here, I've got my first copper press making copper rods. Now, you do require 25 copper ingots to make the rods. Now, unfortunately, if you just do the first copper ore into here, the copper ingots despawn when it gets to around about 19 or 21 copper ingots, because there's a despawn rate while it's in the actual copper press. So I was lucky enough to have my second copper vein actually pop up just to the left of it, and what I've done, I've actually put this here and I'm using input-output chests to obviously collect my copper ore. Then it throws it into there, then it'll put it into my smelter. Then I'll have the copper ingots going into my first input chest, which throws into my second, then my third, then my fourth, then my fifth. And then what I've done, I've got one of the one of the raised conveyor belts, which I'll bring in the copper ingots over into the copper press. So at the moment, as you can see, it's putting the copper ingots into the press quite quickly. So I'm at 21 at the moment, 22, that'll be 23, 24, and then when another one comes out you should see that go down and it'll spit out a copper rod. So at the moment I've actually got my alt account collecting the copper rods to make more steel presses. Now, I have actually made a secondary copper press. Main reason being is to actually get the materials that are required to make the steel press. Now, if I just show you down here what the requirements are. Now, to make a steel press, which is here, you require 100 copper plates, and you need 250 copper rods and 25 steel rods. Now, as I showed in my previous video, which if you haven't seen yet, I did show how I actually make my copper, my steel rods by making steel ingots from my little farm that I had. Now I am going to be making a bigger and better farm, because when I've done that I'm going to be using the steel presses on that farm as well. Now, as I said, you do require all them. So to make the steel rods you do need to obviously have steel ingots now, and to make them you do need to use one of the steel mills here. Now it's 100 iron and 50 gold, but to make these steel ingots to make your rods to be able to make this, you will require them. As I said, if you haven't watched my previous islands video on the part 1, go and check that out, because I show you obviously how to set it up where you can smelt your iron and then it throws it into here to make your steel ingots, and then you'll be able to make them. So as I was saying, the reason why I've got two copper presses is so I can actually make the copper plate and the copper ingots. Now, if you want to make 100 copper plates, you will need to get the copper ore, and you need 5,000 copper ore to make 100 ingots. The reason being is it requires 50 ingots to make one copper plate. Now, I have actually tried putting the copper plates on my little factory here, but before it gets up to 50 copper ingots, that they despawn. so you can't make the copper plates from the little factory. Now, as they announced when they released the update, you will only have 2 islands that will spawn 2 copper deposits. It said that you won't actually get any more copper deposits. Now, I am due to get a 3rd island hopefully later on this evening. So if I do get another copper ingot, fantastic, but if not, I can tell you in a later video that that is the case. But if you do want to make the copper rods, you will need to have 2 factory copper drills drilling the ore to make the ingots and then get them into here, because as I said, if you just got 1 you can't make it, so you will have to input them manually. So that's how to make the copper rods, by having the 2 veins anyway. So as I said, I have got my, well, one of my alt accounts collecting the copper rods for me. Now I have actually made a couple of steel presses at the moment. I've actually made 2 steel presses, you can see there. So if you do want to make the steel presses, before you put the copper rods on there, you will need to do something like this and have them going into a chest and collect as many of the copper ingots as possible. Now obviously the copper ingots, you will, if you want to make 2 of these, you need to have 10,000 ingots. Now the only reason why I've made 2, you might only need to use 1, but the reason why I made 2 is because to make the gearbox that you can actually sell for 30,000 gold to the vendor, which is in your anvil, which is here, you require 50 steel bolts and 25 steel plates. So what I've done, I've actually made the factory steel bolt mould and another plate mould to use in my 2 steel presses. I'm still using these 2 my copper presses, so I can still get my copper rods to help make the gearbox. Excuse me. Now I have already made a gearbox, which I just want to show you what it looks like. Just try and find it. Where are you? Actually, sorry, it's on my alt account. What I'll do, I'll get off my alt account and I'll actually show you the actual gearbox anyway. Okay, so I've got the gearbox off my alt just. It should be in my inventory. There it is. So let me just put that away and get this out. You can see gearbox, multi-purpose mechanical gearbox, and the gearbox basically just looks like this. Now at the moment I haven't found anything that requires to use the gearbox, but even though you can get 30,000 gold for it, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to try and make quite a few of these, because when they do release new updates and new factory items, you may require to use those gearboxes. So I'm going to try and get as many as possible that I can get, so when they do bring out the new update, then if we do require them, I can obviously get some made and carry on doing the videos on the factory update and let you know what they're used for and how to use them. Now as I said, if you do want to make the copper plates, you will need 10,000, or if you want to make 2 of them, you only need 5,000 if you want to make 1 of them, because for every 5,000 you'll make 100 of these. Now what I've done, I've got an industrial chest here, which is basically doing directional outputs. I've got an input chest here, which can store 369, 270 in there, and then a standard one here, which obviously holds 60. Now I generally, when this gets full, I generally take it out, because if you don't and you fill that, you end up losing your copper plates. So all I do here is I get my 5,000 in my inventory, I go into the industrial chest, have it as directional out. Obviously I'll have my copper ingots in here, I'll just put my auto clicker on, leave the auto clicker going until all 5,000 gone. It'll put them in here and it will actually throw them out and throw them into the copper press. Now because you're using this manually, you when you put them in, you actually do get 50 copper ingots in here before it despawns, so you can make them without it despawning manually. If you try and make it automatic, as I said, I have tried doing it at the moment, but the copper ingots despawn before it gets to 50. As I said, I've managed to make the copper rods there by doing those two because it puts the 25 in at the correct speed. But if I only use one, just trying to make the copper rods, it despawns, and it's the same if I use the two with the plate, it despawns because it doesn't give you enough time to get the 50 copper ingots in there. So excuse me, I just want to show you guys obviously how to get the copper rods and the copper plates. Now as I said, oh, it's actually night time and I've got some fireflies. I'll leave them alone for the time being. Oh, actually no I won't, sorry. Where is it? Because there's a red one there. Sorry about this guys, just bear with me. There you are. Okay. Okay, so there we go. There's no green or blue around at the moment, so that's fine. Right, so as I was saying, you will need steel rods as well. So if you do refer back to my previous video on my little steel factory to get your rods, you know how to get your copper plate and copper rods now to make your steel press. Now as I said, I am going to be doing a video on a steel factory, and what I probably will do, I'll actually either do in the same video the steel press as well, showing you how that works, or I'll do a separate video if it starts going on too long. But I just wanted to show you guys, as I said, to make this, if you're lucky enough to get the copper ore veins spawn next to each other, fantastic. You won't have to do much to do this because you'll be close enough to use a few input output chests. If it does spawn quite a bit away, you will have to use quite a lot more input output chests if you want to do this automatic. If you don't want to do it automatic and you want to do it manually, you can do the exact same design as this with your copper plates or your rods, and all you do is do the exact same thing, put the stuff in here, auto click the copper bars in there, let it go through, and it'll make your rods. Now if you to make your 250 rods, you will require roughly around about 6,250 copper ingots. So obviously if you want to make 2 steel presses, you'll need 12,500 roughly. Okay guys, so as I said, this was just going to be a quick video on how to make your copper factory to make your rods and plates to help you get to make the steel press. As I said, if you revert back to my part 1 video of the factory update, you will see I did actually have 5 of the steel mills which are here, over here collecting the steel bars for me. As you can see, I've actually been out grinding and getting a lot more gold, and I've made 24 steel mills, and I've got quite a few industrial smelters which I actually went and made. I also had 5 donated to me by one of my subscribers, which is D_Wade. So I do appreciate those 5 that he donated to me. So we'll be able to make the steel factory, and I'll be able to show you that running in a new video, and then I'll show you obviously the steel presses running as well, to get obviously the bolts and the plates to make the gearboxes. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for this video, but before I do go, I just want to say, if you are new to the channel or not subscribed yet, it would really mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button. Turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my video uploads. Make sure to turn on all notifications on that bell icon as well. If you like the video, please smash that thumbs up button. I would like to see a lot of likes on my videos. Also, if you do want to leave a comment in the section down below, please feel free. I do respond to every comment that is left. So if you do obviously want to ask me a question or ask me how to do things, give me a shout via the comments and I will gladly respond with you with an answer. If I'm not certain what the answer is at that time, what I'll do, I will check it out and then give you an answer. Okay guys, but as I did say, this is it for this video. If you did like it, please give that thumbs up button a smash. See if we can get quite a lot of likes on this video. But for now guys, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe guys, and peace out.